What's up, guys? Welcome to tonight's devlog. So we're gonna go over a couple things. First off, pump operations are 99.9% complete for this update. I just have some code to polish up, and a few more pumping objects to finish. But other than that, almost everything's done. I do have to set up all the trucks again, as I did change a bunch of stuff. So that's just another part of the pumping update. You probably won't even notice on the main end of things. But anyway, so let's get started. So we have this yellow top hydrant here. I made some pretty good strides with hoses and stuff. So we'll go ahead and we'll connect to this hydrant first. All right. So something cool is if you need to, let's say you set up a water fill site with the truck, and actually disconnect now from the other side and connect into this intake, and it works just fine. Works the same. I did do a safety thing. You cannot plug a discharge end of a hose into another discharge. So same thing with the intakes. Obviously in real life things flow kind of both ways, but it just it's easier in the code, and B, it prevents confusion with some players. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't work with it. So next up, I want to show this off. So first off, we'll go ahead and charge this hydrant. Go ahead and pull our tank fill and see what kind of pressure we're getting off of it. So we're at 350. So we can go ahead and close our tank fill. Go ahead and disconnect this. Alright. Small bug. Alright. So we're just going to disconnect this line and pretend it doesn't exist. Move that over here. Alright. So anyway, so we got 350 from the hydrant. Let's say you want to get more pressure out of it, especially if you're running on an even lower hydrant, like a red top, and you're only getting like maybe 140 from it. So I added HUMAT, aka in the game, well, pressure boosters, also known as HUMAT valves. So how these work? You connect it to the hydrant, just like real life. It'll be kind of hard to show, but the connection right here, facing out, goes into intake of your truck that you're going to be boosting the pressure on. Next up, you're going to get a large diameter discharge and connect it on this side. And then the truck that you want the boosted pressure to go to would be connected to this side. And this is how they work in real life. However, in real life it wouldn't magically double the hydrant's pressure or anything like that. And this lever would move. So how they work in real life is like there's like a clapper valve towards the bottom. And initially, when you hook them up, if you're the first engine in, this connection right here would be going to your truck, and you would have the hydrant charged. So when your next truck gets there, they can hook in to this part and then hook up their discharge. And then once they start flowing, they can pull this lever and it'll activate the clapper, which your pressure through here would push. It's just a little stopper thing, and then it'd flow. So you can get a little bit more pressure off the hydrants and stuff. So anyway, we'll go ahead and set this up. So for starters, go ahead and get a driver intake. I'm gonna connect that in. So I made it pretty easy too. All you do is bring the next hose, and it'll automatically connect where it needs to go. If you bring in a discharge, it's not going to connect to the wrong side or anything. So, anyway, we go ahead and open our tank fill. Oops. All right. So once again, we're getting 350 off this hydrant. Now we can go ahead and set up where the magic happens. So, we'll grab our discharge 5, come around here, and we walk over, got to connect into the right spot. Now, grab your other intake, connect that in. All right. So, we'll walk back over this truck. As you can see, this line isn't charged. You can prep for water or whatever. Lump your tank fill. All right. Now, if we go to discharge 5, let's say we just pump it up by 35. They go in increments of 10, so we're pumping an extra 10% right now. So 385 or something on there. 380. Yep. So the way the fractions work is sometimes they show one thing on one truck and then they're a little bit different on the other truck. But we go ahead and open this all the way. 350, 350. You can see now we have 700 on this truck off this hydrant. Once again, this is not realistic with it, but it works out with the pumping system because it gives you another option in your tool bag. You're in a bad hydrant area, you get that second engine in there. So, next up, what I want to show off. So when you go to your connections, go ahead and pull your line. You see all the ones I showed before. For right now, I don't have the 2.5 and the 1 3/4 thing going yet. Those may still be coming, like they were set up before, but we'll see. Anyway, so you click on hose splitter, aka gated Y. You grab discharge 1. So now we have this gated Y. So here's how this works. When you charge this line, you can hook up to 2 hand lines off this one discharge now. If you just have one open, which I'll show you. Oops. Home panel, discharge 1. Now we are going directly off our intake pressure. So right now we have 140 going under that. If you just have one line, that line will get all 140. If you have a second line, it actually divide it, and both lines will only be getting 70. So we'll go ahead and grab our hose bundles out of here. So as you see, we got water. Works fine. So we grab our second hose bundle. We'll go ahead and connect it in. All right, we don't have water. Does not flow. And the reason being is because both lines are only getting 70 and you need at least 120. So, pump panel, go discharge 1, go ahead and crank it up to 280, so about 140 each, which is fine. It's within the range. Remember, if you go over 180 on each, you won't be able to move. So, there we go. We got water again. So, once again, these things kind of auto do their own thing. So, if you click on that, it goes away. It says kind of still a little bit buggy, but click on that, it goes away. And then you don't have anything connected, you just click on it. I may not put it in this code, you have to pick it up, so I got to do that. But basically, it automatically kind of just do the next step for you. Depending, like if you have a hose bundle in your hand, it's going to detect that you want to connect a line. If you have nothing in your hand, then you'll be able to pick up. Same thing with this. Is start with Oops. Drop this over here again. So I did disconnect that line. Oh, plugged out. I broke it, did it? Alright, stand by. Alright, we're back. So, as you see, there's still some bugs that need to be ironed out, which is why it hasn't hit a testing branch yet, besides some YouTubers having it. So in your tools and stuff now, also want to show out the ground monitor. So it comes in this little nice spiffy briefcase right here. Almost forgot to shut that off. For now, you just grab one of your LDH discharges. Probably be changing, obviously, in the future. We're on 5. Connect our hose. Go ahead and hit the plug. Charge. Interesting kink. Thanks, car. Let me teleport back because I just turned off traffic actually, so. Aha. So we're gonna go ahead and open up discharge 5. So there you go. You can place them anywhere. Use them. You can't turn them on or off, unless you're at the pump panel. So keep that in mind. They use a lot of water, so you're gonna want a water supply. You only need, I think, 100 to start pumping, and anything extra, and you're wasting water. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when you're kind of gating stuff back, because on like a blue top hydrant, we're getting. Let me switch over. I'll idle up to 100 before I do that. Pull my tank to pump, so this gets gated. Then we'll pull our tank fill all the way open. So we're getting 680. So if we were to close our tank fill right now, or our tank to pump, oops, that's open. Yeah, push. So as you see, we're putting out 680 on this now, and we pretty much just wasted all our water. We're actually going down faster. So we'll go ahead and switch back over, get things back in order. But as you guys can see, the pumping updates coming along great. Some other stuff coming in this update is engine 4, which is the UK style engine. Redoing the standpipes too to work on the pressure system. The portable ponds now, I fixed a small bug with them. We'll set that up. So they've been updated to work with the pumping system too. So for starters, we'll go ahead and fill it up, and then we'll use it. Fill up off the hydrant. This pumping system, it's really fun to kind of just mess around with. There's a lot of possibilities with it. A lot of challenges you might come across with low hydrants. The blue tops is kind of like an easy day, but go here. You can see we're filling now. Fire station. Move some trucks. Spawn truck. Then we'll teleport into the truck. The next update after this, I'm adding a lot more stuff. The truck company update. which I can't wait to do the devlog on that. It should blow quite a few people away. So these tanks hold 3,000. That's why it's taking so long to fill. We can actually go ahead and crank that thing up. Go ahead and crank that one down so we put out even more pressure. There's 5. Is that 100? All right. So yeah, there we go. Let's fill in. All I gotta do for this, Ukraine take up. So I have these capped at 350 on each one. If you want more, you can literally just put more down. For the trucks that have multiple intakes, it compounds their pressures. So if we do another one over here, so alright, there we go. Connect up. So just so we don't overheat our pump, I'll do that. Alright. Now we're filling this pool too. We go ahead and pull this intake. And now here's my cursor in the snow. Alright, there we go. I just didn't update. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, we got 700 now. Which at some point, one of the pools, something's going to give because we're only putting out 650. Which, once again, if you got a couple of these you got to fill, you can boost this blue top to... There's a cap on it. You can only go up to 1,000. Or 950. I forget what I set the cap to, but... you can maximize this hydrant with your QMAT. I'd be able to pretty much fill 3 of these, keep them going off a blue top hydrant. So, but there'll be more coming soon, guys. This update will be out very soon. Once I finish the code for it, which I'll be finished pretty much tomorrow. It would just be bug fixing, polishing, and getting the other trucks ready, and then polishing up the UI for it. And then that's all she wrote. So, thank you guys, and have a good night.